Looks like my face is rippling from the fat. So
Yeah, well, and then you fucking lift your eyebrows, so it makes your forehead wrinkle.
Oh well, yeah, that's also the scowl
from the fat.
Yeah, well,
oh, sorry, we were
fat
wrong.
of the back of the neck, fat of the forehead, all that good stuff.
I don't know what you're saying right now.
I know.
You say that in English.
I'll try next time. Actually, that's the other thing. If I can get my my ADD under control, I'm gonna start learning other languages again because I get into them.
That's gonna help you be physically fit.
Well, that too, yeah. I should actually focus on myself more, but I have a tough time doing that.
Like a 50-year-old Navy SEAL in training. Look at you go.
That's a Navy walrus, is what that is.
Yeah. You're a manatee.
Am I a manatee or a tea of a man? I don't know.
You got manatee cells.
I got manateats is what I've got
yeah,
right
you
now.
do.
I have not been able to go to the beach with my shirt off in many a moon because
since the first Bush was in office.
Yeah, I also use phrases like many a moon, which upsets my wife. She thinks I'm a 70-year-old man already. So
you sound like a golden girl.
Well, you know, I would not kick Betty White out of bed. Then or
Nobody
now.
would. She might die.
Well, you know, she's probably gonna outlive all of us. Anywho,
is that where you segue? You know who's gonna outlive all of us?
I was gonna say he's gonna definitely live longer than us because he's so much younger than us. I was gonna give Alex a call tonight and see how he's doing. I haven't seen. He's quite loud and boisterous, so let's see if we can get him on the horn. And there he is.
Hey,
what's up, Alex? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Don't ask Nick how I'm doing because he'll give you the actual truth of how shitty everything is for me.
Dude, he's gonna die.
At least you get to look at Nick's fucking wall of shame behind him. That second mortgage of a collection he's got.
Dude, yeah, well, now that he got most of his hair cut off, you can actually see more of it because his fro blocked half of it for a while.
Dude.
How many you got, Nick? I'm sure that gets asked all the time.
Like 300 or 400, but I just started selling them.
Ooh, you're not selling them as a lot?
No, well, I started selling ones that like
that he bought 3 of.
Well, no, so I sold a bunch of the ones that I had that were worth like a decent amount of money by themselves.
Yeah,
and I just put those up together in like one post. Nice. And I made like I think off of like 4 of them, I made like $150. So I was
that's
like,
nuts.
That's cool.
What was the rarest one you had?
I have one right now that by itself is like $200.
Jesus Christ.
It's the fucking bird in the house from the movie Up. So it was like a comic convention
like
exclusive.
It's the 2000s version of Beanie Babies is what it is.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Real cuck shit.
Yeah. You got to outline which of those your wife is getting when she leaves you and which ones you're going to leave to your kids.
Just see him on his knees in tears in the courtroom, dividing them up.
Yeah.
Dude, I would just burn them. Just fucking light this house on fire too.
Yeah, and everyone dies from the melting plastic. From the smells. So what have you been up to, man? Checking in on you.
You guys, I was going to be on the the side of a bridge if I wasn't up to this. Nothing's happened. Nothing. Now that the cold is here, fucking nothing. I moved to DC and for comedy, and I feel like I bought a stock at just like the worst. Like I moved here and everything's still DC prices, but nothing is going
open.
on.
Yeah.
So it just fucking sucks. Yep. Tanked. So I've just been working a ton. I quit drinking, which feels brutal during that. Yeah, a month.
Now I really don't know how to relate to you. You're young and you're sober. What the fuck am I supposed to talk to you about?
When he was legally allowed to start. That's the best part.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I quit drinking for January, so I'm getting fucking blackout this weekend. But I did quit for January.
Oh, so it's not like a long-term thing. You just kind of followed one of the cuck months and did what everybody else was doing.
Yes, I did it as a meme. I have no kids I'm trying to see on weekends. There's no reason for me to get sober. Yeah. I don't care about myself. I've never driven. I don't show up. I'm not one of those like show up to work drunk guys. So like my way.
That's this guy.
Nick?
Dude, I don't show up to work drunk.
He doesn't show up to work at all. No.
I can't right now, dude. 2 weeks. I got nothing to do.
Yeah.
What, you quarantining?
Yeah, somebody I work with got the vid, so I'm out for 2 weeks as of last night.
As a precautionary, or did you get tested too.
As a precautionary. So like anybody that worked with that person, they immediately shut the store down. Like I was at work last night getting ready to leave, and they were like, "Yeah, store's closed. We got to kick everybody out."
Is it paid leave?
Yeah, and they pay my dude.
Holy
I get
shit.
2 weeks paid plus commission dollars on top of it because I didn't give anyone COVID. So if apparently, so check this out. If you are the person that tests positive for it, you don't get paid commission dollars, but you still get your paid time off. But they just don't pay you for.
Is that because like you should have known better? Is that like a?
Yeah, it's kind of like that's their. I guess the negative
shame
side
on you.
of like, yeah, because they're like, we're not going to pay you for putting yourself in jeopardy.
Jesus.
Nice.
So I found out that all the people that are in charge of everyone in the county, the central office people, they just shut the entire building down. Custodians, employees, everything, just shut the building and lock the doors. And we're the people that support those buildings. So when we go in to fix their shit, and no one's there, and no one told us that that's why they shut down. We're kind of like, you guys should let us know. Like, you're supposed to alert everyone who was in contact.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they didn't fucking tell anybody. So
they boarded up the building for a little bit.
COVID and just never told you?
Just never told anybody. Yeah, never told anybody that was support. We're not stationed in those buildings, but we support those buildings. So we also got a message today from somebody's. So I work for the schools. We got a message from somebody's front office. No one come into the front office until further notice.
What a mess.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, for real.
A little more information would be helpful. So
I got a buddy who teaches in Hanover. He's a sub.
Yeah.
And he was like moonlighting as a waiter. Just in case he couldn't make
you can't make shit as a sub. So
yeah, he makes fucking dog shit.
You can't make shit as a teacher even. So
no, the only thing about teachers though is that if you take the 3 months off and equate that to hours, they make good money. 3 months off, but
that makes sense.
Not
kind of.
They don't.
Being married to a teacher, I can tell you that's not really how it works. But yeah,
I know. They're underpaid. They're very underpaid.
Yeah.
But there's no number where they'll ever say that they're properly paid. Like, dude, can you imagine them ever just stopping that discussion? I can't.
No. Only if they ever get paid like as good as pro sports athletes, then maybe.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, my buddy,
and I don't mean the superintendents because they do get paid what sports athletes get.
Yes, they get paid crazy. Now, do superintendents have to run? Do they? Is that elected?
No, they're hired like well, it depends on the county.
Yeah.
Ours, they just apply for the job and based on their experience and stuff they get.
Alex, what's on your coffee cup there, pal?
Oh, my family. My dad. My dad got it for me. It's not good. And it's
drinking his tea out of the skulls of his enemies.
Dude, it's like a 40-year-old. It's when I had long hair. It's like one of my and it's recent too. It's my siblings. One of them's trans now. Like, it's like an offensive mug to even have. Like it's
that's great. I just imagine you showing up to like family dinners and you're like, I'm still drinking out of this cup. Dad gave me this cup. I don't care what gender you identify as. This hot chocolate is still delicious.
Yeah, and I would do that, but he got it for me like 2 weeks ago. Like, he got me a mug of a 4-year-old picture like 2 weeks ago.
Oh my
god!
I'm
not
there was a special on Snapfish.
I think he buys things that Facebook advertises to him.
Yeah,
I think he does. Like, he bought me I hate talking about like this. I feel so badly, but he bought me a Queen band shirt, and it is like, honest to God, one of the worst band shirts. It literally is a memoriam of Queen, and it says thank you for all the memories on it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I can't wear this fucking graveyard. Like, it literally, I would pull it out if I could find it easily, but it was like, I know Facebook advertised this to you, and you got it. Like, there's no way. Brutal.
Oh my god.
That's amazing. Thanks for all the memory.
And it has like Freddie Mercury's like birth year and death year. Dude,
and the weight that he died at.
The weight that he died.
It's like the reverse of like a boxer's card. It's like how old he was when he died. How
the tail of the tape for when he died.
Weighing in at negative T cells.
Yeah.
Here's how many people he infected. Yeah.
The knockouts. Those are
coming in your neighbor's asshole, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's great.
We're gonna get letters.
A picture of it.
Nick, we're gonna get letters.
Yeah, the letters A, I, D, and S. But
oh my god.
Oh yeah, my buddy who subs, he gets literal shit, like human shit thrown at him every day.
Yeah.
He's like new there, so they give him the sped kids.
Yeah.
So he's in this classroom that's like Vietnam War every day.
Oh
and
yeah.
Then only one of his cooks from the night job got COVID, and they made him quarantine for 2 weeks. It's like I would have such a hard time with them asking me to come into work the next day after shit got on me. You know what I mean? Like they're like, sorry about that. See you tomorrow. What?
I got spit on a couple weeks ago from one of the sped kids because they had the sped kids came back because they were part of the first wave.
You freak.
I speak his language. Is that what you're saying? So used to talking to you, Nick.
In my mouth. And like, I don't want to.
In his mouth. Yeah.
I don't want to, Mr. K.
He looks like my friend Nick. And yeah, no. So I'm coming out of a classroom fixing something, and there's two sped teachers walking this kid down the hall, but they're covered in head to toe like doctors. Like
they have masks, beekeeper uniforms,
face mask, plastic, full body. And the kid is just bouncing around down the hallway with nothing on him. I mean, he had clothes on, but I mean, no mask.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying.
I just want to make sure. And I come out the door, and he just, and he spits all over my arm. I mean, I had a mask on and stuff, and I was like, what the hell?
Holy
And they were like, yeah, sorry, he does that. And I went, then put a muzzle on him. What the hell?
I don't think you can do that. God. I don't think you can do that to kids, Carl.
See, that's what I
mean. This is why I'm not a teacher. That's why I'm not a teacher. Because
that's why you're also not a parent.
Yeah.
Well, you should just have them.
Legally, I am, but yeah.
Yeah, Nick, you fucking call your stepkid your son all the time. You shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
How dare
stolen
you
valor, but he's
you cannot gatekeep
stolen valor.
I've never once been like, I should put a fucking muzzle on him.
Hey.
Well, you know what they do? Put a regular mask on them, but have it be like a passcode on the back that they have to take it off with.
Ooh.
Sell it as a regular mask,
like
but
Bane.
to take it off, they have to solve like a pretty low level math
problem.
Yeah.
Puzzle.
Yeah, that would have been nice, but no,
that'd be really weird if they reboot the Saw franchise and that's how they do it. They're like, yeah, you just gotta solve a math problem.
Yeah, and they're like, wait, why are we all here? What's our one connecting thread? It's like, oh, we all have special needs, and it's just Carlton group of sped kids.
Shit or COVID, make your choice. Yeah.
Solve this math problem. Yeah. How many toothpicks?
Jigsaw, can I please weave? No.
No. Finish making your friendship bracelet, damn it.
Yeah. Stop eating the glue.
So you moved up there for your job, or did you just? I mean, you said you moved up there for comedy, but are you able to do your job up there? Or did you get something new?
Yeah, well, I didn't even have a job. I graduated fucking over Zoom in May because I was just in college. Yeah, paid
that's right. Yeah. I remember you saying that.
6 figures, and then they fucking Zoom. But the only great thing about this pandemic is that it hasn't ended. So like, I was like, fuck, I lost my graduation, but now all my siblings don't get a graduation, and like millions of people are not getting it. It would have really sucked if I was the like one
of the just few people that didn't get it.
Yes. If class of 2020 was like known, they did not get a graduation, that would have fucking sucked. But now nobody gets it. But yeah, I knew
that's very like misery loves company. You're like, fuck yeah, dude. At least I'm not alone.
Yes, 100%, dude. When I sold stock last week a little too early, and I was like, please, God, don't let this hit good numbers because I will kill myself if other people did well. And then it plummeted today. I'm back. I feel great.
It plummeted?
Oh, AMC and GameStop took a nosedive. But
fuck yeah.
I was in such a deep depression Thursday, Friday, and then over the weekend, I'm back. Just that I know nobody else is doing well. Feel good. But
that's not really that's not how self-esteem is supposed to work, Alex.
Dude, Carlton. I'm stoked for him. He's
on board.
That's great.
Nick's on board. Yeah, I'm learning things though. Yeah.
He's like, dude, everyone else is doing fucking shitty. Fuck yeah, dude. This is a Castagne year for me.
Oh yeah. If I told the therapist that not even like a front, like I feel better now, they would definitely be like, you have some sort of like inverse happiness correlation. Like the happier everyone else.
Like a Millhouse complex. Everything's coming up Castagne.
Yeah. Well, the world's on fire. Yeah.
Dude.
Good Lord.
You're like, fuck 2020. 2021 is going to be my year.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, it's like that whole Carlton thing about like rooting for the bomb to go off. I'm not exactly that, but I do like it is just misery loves company. Just being like, at least I'm not alone in this.
Yeah, I mean that's like I tell everybody else. I don't watch NASCAR for the left turns. You watch it for the wrecks, man.
For the rest of the Earnhardt dynasty to go.
Hell yeah, baby. Earnhardt.
And now that Pitbull's involved, I mean, there's going to be rap music involved.
Pitbull? 305.
Pitbull, Mr. 305 bought a fucking race car company, and he's running NASCAR. I think he's like the fucking head of the whatever they call it, like the guy who starts it off this year.
Oh, that is so stupid, man. What a fucking terrible dude. Fuck that. Although I went to a NASCAR. My mom used to get like she used to work for like this cable company. She used to get like tickets to all the pay-per-view shit or whatever. I went to some the Sharpie 500 or something like that years ago. It was pretty dope. I will say it was cool. To
me, all it is it's basically just a big drinking party with some.
I was gonna say, I've got friends that go in Richmond and they just get like blackout drunk. By the time they like are trying to leave, they can't even like walk to their cars.
Yeah, it is a music festival for them. Like that's what it is. Yeah. I was like 9 at the time, but it did feel like in hindsight or in retrospect, it kind of felt like a festival, like a Deadhead festival. Like people camped out, they brought their campers. People just drinking like crazy. People making their own food. I would love to go again, but not attend the race because the race was the worst part.
Yeah, well, it's like that's how I am with like anything. Like I'm not a big fan of groups of people that cluster around one certain thing. You know what I mean? Like like the Grateful Dead, those things. I can't stand it. Fish, though, I can't get around those things. But same thing with sporting events. Like I enjoy watching sports, but the people that like take it to this level of like, like I can't handle that. So I tune out to all of it.
Tell Carl.
Carlton, I don't blame you at all. You're not a big sports guy, Nick, either. You
no, not at all.
Half of your
I like hockey. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like,
dude, with all the pops behind you. Oh, Carlton's not a big sports guy. You fucking nerd.
Hey, man.
Thank you, Alec. Someone finally sticks up for me.
Yeah, I hope that wall of pops falls down on you, and your kid has to fucking dig you out like it's ground zero. But I will say,
I'll help you, Nick.
Yeah, they got dogs looking.
Dude, I will say, pro dad moment this morning. So he's out of school right now. So like he goes to private school, but he's out right now. In quarantine basically because his fucking teacher got COVID.
Wow.
So Jesus. They're like, yeah, he's got to stay home, and now they're doing all virtual classes and shit. But this morning his like teacher was asking him stuff and he was trying to figure out like how to use his computer, and I helped him with it, and I could hear him go, hold on a second, my dad's trying to help me. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude, that's
nice.
Right. Dude,
nice.
Clutch.
I do not have to worry about them ever calling me dad. Like mine I'm Carlton. Well, I have 2 stepkids, and mine are I'm Carlton.
Yeah.
Or that guy, or like that some variation
that bangs
of that.
My mom.
Yeah, mom's husband.
How old were the kids when you married their mom?
So we started dating, and they were like 5 and 6, 4 and 5, 5 and 6, something like that. Oh. And now they're 14 and actually now they're 16 and 15. So
wow, 10 years? 10 years?
Yeah.
No, so they have known you longer than they have not known you, and there's no dad in the mix there. Not even a slip up.
They still see their dad, so
so he's getting some propaganda in the air.
Probably. But honestly, it's fine. It makes for better comedy.
That's just Carlton's way of being like, I don't want to fucking claim those kids anyways.
I totally agree. But did they, when you first started dating your now wife, like did they pull any hijinks on you? Like, was there resistance at all? Because I used to.
No, they were. They pretty much just kind of did their own thing. There's a few times where it was like a learning experience for me because I was a stepkid, so I was a redheaded stepchild. Okay. So I know the dynamic, but my dad wasn't in the picture, so my stepdad was my only dad.
Okay.
So he and I have a different relationship than me and the boys. So
got it.
It's because their dad is around, so it's like a multi-parent kind of thing. So
do you and the dad get along, the bio dad?
We
that's a no.
We cordially converse.
Yeah, but I mean, you're both like men, so that doesn't mean you don't
Yeah.
like each other. It just doesn't mean like
we don't really have
weird.
anything in common. I'm absolutely nothing like her first husband. Like he
Okay.
hunts, he's a redneck and he hunts and
Whoa.
that kind of stuff. And yeah,
Wow.
like complete 180 when it
Wow.
comes to us. Yeah.
Man, he
Well, it
really
sounds
fucked
like-
that type up for her. She was like, no way.
Basically.
Never again. Physically fit? No way.
Yeah.
That's so strange. Nick, you were the fucking absolute king of pot calling the kettle black on this episode.
Oh, dude,
this
I love it.
Nuts.
That's true. That is
I do
true.
it to him all the time just because it makes me feel better about being a piece of shit.
Dude, just a fat guy calling another.
I think what he's worried about is that he will evolve into me over the next 10 years.
But that's the thing is I'm like, yeah, dude, as a fellow fat guy, I'm like, no, he's fucking fat.
You guys do have like a Charmeleon Charizard thing going on. Like,
I'm the next evolution of Nick
yeah,
Deez. Oh, God.
It does look like that. Like he's gonna one day. But that's so interesting. Like
his
like
eyesight will get better. His hair will get thinner. His beard will get whiter.
Well, part of me will get thinner, so that's good.
Well.
And the kid will eventually stop calling him dad.
Exactly.
That'd be so funny, Carlton. If you know those videos, they're in like the same vein as when a soldier comes home, but those videos where like the stepkid gets the dad or the stepdad like a gift for the birthday that says like you've legally adopted me. You know those videos? You should do that for a Christmas. It's you, your wife, and her 2 kids. And you're like, oh, and what is this? And you open it and it's a document saying that they're now legally your kids, but you bought it for yourself and they're crying. They're like no. And you're like, this is so nice.
You guys are so sweet.
Yeah,
I can't believe you did this.
Yeah, and it's you recording it too. Your phone's this, recording it. The kids
I would absolutely do that. I've done
prank.
shit like that to fuck with them so many times. I purely enjoy it because I have no biology invested in that whatsoever.
Oh my God, dude. I'm so interested in like stepdad dynamics. I used to chase my mom's.
It's the new podcast,
so
Stepdad
hard.
Dynamics.
Stepdad SDD. Yeah.
SDD.
I think that's also a channel on Pornhub.
Yeah, well.
Just kidding. I would never support Pornhub. But
yeah, it's free. Why would you pay?
Yeah, very true. Dude, the people who pay for Pornhub, it's like, get your shit together, man. What are you doing?
It's like people that pay. It's like people that pay ungodly amounts for hundreds of pop figures. Like it's a weird.
Oh yeah, dude, it's weird, right?
Yeah.
When I get the real thing for free, yeah.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't get it. I mean, I don't even. Yeah, I don't. I've never even met someone who pays for Pornhub. And if I did, maybe I have.
That's the thing I don't understand. Like, there's so much out there that's free. I don't understand how OnlyFans and all that shit, how people are actually paying.
It's because people want to see that specific person. That's the thing.
No, I mean, I understand that, but at the same time, like if you find anybody on OnlyFans, you can type that into like Pornhub or something and literally find at least a video or 2 of those people. Like that's how they got their name out there to begin with.
Go off of a lookalike like the rest of us have been.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't want to. It doesn't need to be the exact same thing.
Exactly.
I'll buy fucking groceries that are Walmart brand.
That's what he
when
calls
the real
pop
thing's
figures,
right there.
By the way.
Yeah,
what's that?
They're all knockoffs.
That's what he calls pop figures, by the way. Is groceries.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I gotta go buy some groceries.
Yeah.
And I come back.
It's
like,
in a grocery bag.
Why are our
so
lights
does that
getting turned
technically
off?
count?
And I'm like, but I got a new Batman.
Yeah, you're gonna have the lamest excuse for leaving your family. You're like, oh, I got to go to the store to pick up some pops, and he never came back. And he's still looking for it to this day.
My dad went to buy cigarettes. My dad went to buy pop figures.
Yeah.
My new dad said he had to go buy action figures. It was very urgent, and then he just never came back.
And then he just vanished.
And now he has a podcast with other dad.
Stepdad Dynamics.
Yeah.
So when you moved up there, when did you move up there before it all tanked?
Oh, dude, I moved after. I moved in. I moved in on July 1st. I had the place in like June. But
so you should have known better. No.
I did. But the thing is, I got a good job. I got a real estate job out of college, and I knew me and Winston were on the same page in terms of like, if I just wait till this is over, I'll never move.
You'll never do it.
Yeah, well, because then at that point you're like, you took the easy route, or you stayed without being like making yourself uncomfortable.
Yeah. And it's like the water's cold. You have to jump in. Winston was more of the he won't move. For me, it was like, if I don't move, I'm going to feel like shit because I'll end up just either staying in Lynchburg with my mom or in Richmond. And there's no jobs I want in either of those places. My whole life would just pass me by. It would just be brutal. So I moved here, and it has been fun. Like, there was comedy in the summer, which was fun. Meeting new people was cool. But I mean, other than that, and I got a job, so now I have that. But
well, that's good. Have you done like Zoom shows and stuff too, or you?
I hate them so much, but I have a couple friends in Jersey that'll ask me to, like, hey, I have a spot. Okay, I'll do it. But I'm not doing. I did my time in, like, I forget what month I first tried it out, like June or July. I did like 6 a night for a week, and I was like,
holy shit.
I was like, I don't feel good after this. I don't feel like my jokes are getting better. It felt, have you guys done it? Have you guys done the Zoom?
Nick does a lot of them. I've done a few, but.
Well, so like it was like me, Winston, Jake Snyder, my buddy Addison, and like Taylor O'Sullivan, and then like our buddy Parker and stuff like that. So it's like a handful of us. We started doing this like writing group over the summer, and then eventually, like when Zoom shit started picking up super hard, is like we would just go on like Zoom shows and just work on the jokes that we were like using in the writing groups and shit. It's like,
I do like those.
But like
I've
slowed down. Yeah, I mean, I've slowed down a lot on doing anything really. I mean, I'd do 1 or 2 a week just to like try new shit out.
Yeah.
But it's like I've slowed down super hard because the rest of those dudes are like they're doing their own thing. So it's like it's not as fun to just go on and see.
I do like the writing stuff because like I did host battle a couple weeks ago, and I felt good about it. Like I had some stuff that I had started to work on before everything, shit the bed. And, when we did Busky over the summer, that was like, that kept the juices going for a while.
Oh yeah. That was a beacon. That was most people's first time back. Busky.
Yeah. And then,
so fucking good.
And then I got to do 2 shows like where I actually wasn't hosting, and just in the little bit of stuff I did online versus the stuff I was doing to open Busky, I had really good sets because I was able to actually focus on actual jokes rather than like introducing people and getting the lighting right and getting the audio right. Like, so the comedy always becomes like a secondary thing when you're hosting. So the Zoom shows helped kind of bridge that gap a little bit, but I don't do nearly as many as I'd like to. That's one of the reasons why we do this too, is the part I miss about stand up the most some nights is just shooting the shit with the other comics, because that's where I get a lot of ideas too.
Yes.
Like I start to tell a story about something, and then that develops into a bit, and then it's like, shit, I should have been telling that on stage. So that's what this was supposed to be.
Agree 100%.
Yeah, juices
flowing.
I mean,
it's crazy how much.
Totally agree.
Because it's like that is just, in my opinion, that's just as much a part of doing comedy as everything else. Like that,
sitting
to me,
down and
like,
writing it.
Well, not even just that, but like sitting down and just riffing and bowling, like shooting the shit with other comics, busting balls and stuff like that. A lot of stuff gets like brought up in conversation when like comics are just talking, and then you'll have somebody be like, "Oh, that's a bit. Like that's a bit. What have you said that on stage?" And you're like, "No, I never thought about it." And they're like, "Oh, fucking do that." Like, I got like stuff. Then that was kind of like how I started doing the like jokes about being a stepdad, is because when Chris did my podcast, he was like,
I did listen to that one. I was like, oh, that's where he got those ideas.
Yeah, he was just like, dude, that's a bit. That's a bit. That's a bit. And I was like, fuck, all right. Well, like
Chris will do that.
Yeah, he has a good nose for like just recognizing something that can develop. Because when I put my stuff on Host Battle, he actually laughed at the initial joke that I had, but I was like, I feel like there's something more there. And then they just kind of like expanded on it, and it became a much bigger thing.
But you guys are both so right. I mean, it's such a multifaceted thing because, I mean, obviously the best part of comedy is like killing feels great, right? Killing feels great, especially with new joke. But people would be lying if they said that like the hang is not as important, because if you were an absolute killer in a scene where you didn't get along with anybody, you didn't like anyone, you would be miserable. I mean, killing only gets you so far. But Nick, to address what you said too, and like Carlton, like, the talking and hanging out with comedians and getting to shoot the shit is so important, because like I think you realize you're saying bits because your mind is just in funny mode. It's like whenever you drive home after a kill, you think of like 3 new bits just because you're so there.
You're wired.
I just miss it. I miss it so much. I miss walking into a room and there like 50 people I would die for are there. And now it's just like, fuck, dude, I see these people like 3 times a year. Like in
it's
year.
Well, and that's one of the things that I figured out when it came to workshops and stuff like that too. I mean, it's similar. It's not exactly the same because you're not tossing beers back and shit, but
yeah,
it's one of those things where I know the story that I'm gonna tell or the joke that I'm gonna tell because I've gone over it in my head a million times, but I'm also coming at it from my perspective. So when I tell it, I don't know how to think outside the box or what angles might be funnier with it. That's where talking to everybody else comes in because somebody's like, I had a thing that happened like that was similar. And then it's like takes it off in a totally different tangent and just opens the joke wide up. Totally. And that's the kind of shit that you don't get when you're on a Zoom thing, if you're performing on a Zoom thing, because like the one we did, you're literally just reciting your jokes. You're barely getting any feedback because most people will mute their mics. I mean, it's gotten a lot better since so many people are doing them.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it to a group of people that aren't comics, it's weird. Like, cause you're just sitting there and they're like this into the screen and you get no reaction.
Oh no.
And it's just, there's just that dynamic is lost. And that's
at that point, the only thing that you're using it for is literally just like talking out the rhythm of the joke.
Yes.
And
that's why
that's important, but it's like, I don't want to like get the rhythm down if the rhythm doesn't work, if the joke isn't, because I could have it dialed in and feel like that's how it would hit
dialed in for a Zoom
work,
and dialed in for real people.
Wrong, you're like, well, then it's
totally
worthless.
different. Totally different because with in person, you actually get the ability to have nuance. Like with Zoom, everything has to be like right there, silver platter, and you get away with sloppier stuff because it's like this awkward setting. So like what may work on Zoom may bomb a dick on stage, but vice versa. But that's exactly why I stopped, Nick, is because it just felt like I was shooting the shit with people. It didn't feel productive. I was like, I'll just make my own group. I have 50 group chats that I could send this premise to. Why am I fucking getting on at 11 o'clock at night and following a girl who's juggling? Why am I doing this? For no reason. It pissed me off. But I hope shit starts opening up again soon. Last show I did was December 10th, maybe.
Last time I saw you was when I took me and Johnny Rad went up to Arlington Draft House to see Chris and Mark, and you got to do that guest spot on Saturday night.
Most hungover I've ever been in my entire life.
So it wasn't in January then.
No, that was like late September, I think, because I had just turned 22, and we drank.
I said on Friday, Chris said that you guys were up like late as fuck.
Oh, I think it was
Saturday
sunrise.
Morning.
Dude, I drank almost a whole bottle of Woodford Reserve, or Bullet bourbon.
And
I had been doing that often. I drink that much, but the problem is, and I never do this, I was mixing it with soda, and apparently now that I'm getting older, the sugar fucked me in the ass so hard.
That's why you do it with diet soda.
I didn't even know that's a
tip
thing,
from an old guy, right?
Is it really? That'll affect it?
That's what I do. Yeah, I just do diets, and then the sugar doesn't fuck you up. I mean,
that's
you're
what I
still
have to
preserving your internal organs with aspartame and shit, but it doesn't mess you up the same way as the sugar in like a Coke or something would.
Dude, guys, I'm telling you straight up, the next morning was one of the hardest days of my life. That level of hungover I've never experienced before in my entire life. And then Norman offered me a guest spot, and in my mind I was so hungover, I was like, I may have to not. I was so fucked up.
Holy shit.
Driving home,
I had that happen with Kraken, just drinking Kraken by itself because it's mostly sugar. Kraken rum. It's a rum, but it's mostly sugar. So even if you don't mix it with anything, it'll fuck you up like that. It's like it's so bad for you.
That's gross, man. That's gross. What's the most hungover you've ever been in your life? Can you remember it?
Oh yeah, I know exactly.
100%.
Really?
Well, I can tell you the most hungover, and I can tell you the most or the worst night I've ever had.
Yeah, please.
So the worst night was, and they don't. The bar that I go to doesn't even make this drink anymore because of me.
Fuck yeah.
And it's Fallout actually. Fallout refuses to make the drink anymore. So for my 30th, I think it was my 30th birthday, or close to my 30 something. It was right after my breakup. I had my birthday there, and they made me a drink called an Amsterdam Blackout, which
that sounds bad.
It's 3 parts: 151 rum, Jaeger, and absinthe.
Oh my god! What the fuck, dude?
It's delicious, But I had 9 of them over the course of the night.
Oh my God.
But I don't remember any of them after number 3. The only reason I know I had 9 of them is because someone thought it would be funny to videotape me over the course of the night.
Oh.
So they could show it to me later, because I think after drink number 4, I was on stage singing with the band, even though I wasn't asked to.
Jesus.
I got like by drink 7, I was getting a lap dance from a girl who clearly should never give anyone a lap dance.
Awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say it was in Fallout, so the video definitely could be worse than you being drunk.
And then when I woke up on a friend's couch in a house I'd never been in before, surrounded by dogs I'd never met. And most of my friends have like aliases. They don't use their real names, you know, like you refer to them as their nickname.
Yeah.
So when I woke up and I had no idea where I was, I'm looking through their mail, trying to figure out whose house I'm in, and none of the names looked familiar. And I couldn't find the bathroom, so I ended up walking out the back door and just pissing off the porch. And like, it was a very rough night. And I had to work the next morning.
Holy shit!
I did not make it.
You had to work?
I had to work. I ended up not going in. I couldn't make it. But
thank God. I don't understand those you savages that do that with work in the next morning.
I've done it many, many times.
Unreal. Dude, if you guys have Paige Campbell on, I have seen that guy get blackout drunk in Charlottesville.
Funny you should say that. He was right on before you.
Damn. Dude, I have seen that guy get fucking blackout drunk, fall asleep in his glasses, wake up at 6 a.m, drive an hour and a half for a shift at GameStop. He is a monster. It is unreal what I have seen him do. Just
that's crazy.
Through sheer dominance of will. But yeah.
Well, now that you're finishing out dry January this weekend, you're planning on breaking that curse. So hopefully you won't do the same thing.
Yeah, thank God for that. I'm getting fucked up this weekend, dude. I'm gonna get drunk on the National Mall and blast cigarettes in front of Lincoln.
Fuck yeah.
Well, dude, I'm glad you're doing all right. I'm glad at least, I mean, I know comedy's not happening, but at least you got everything else going for you. So
thanks, man.
It's good. It's good that you're doing. It's good that you're doing that at least. So
and you guys are doing well too, right? You guys are doing.
We're doing. Once you get to this age, you don't measure things in good or bad. It's just, does anything hurt today? And did anybody get mad at me today?
Yeah. And are my kids calling me dad yet?
Yes, exactly. So Nick still has that one up on me in that category. So
yeah.
All right, Alex. Well, it was good talking to you, man.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Later, brother. Good to see you, man.
Yep. Take it easy. Later.
I'm leaving.